Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We have another special guest. Today is Friday. Yes, finally, Friday the 28th of August. We are now 9 days after the fall in Brazil. And I am very pleased again to have another friend of mine, a personal friend of mine. We've actually spent time together in a Meteorite mansion. Raymond Borges is with Spacerocks. And he is out in the field hunting them, buying them, collecting them, doing whatever he can to get his hands on one of the freshest falls of meteorites. We're going to him live right now in Brazil, and he's going to introduce his co-pilot. So hold on one second. And there we go. We can see you guys. Welcome to the show.
Hi there.
Hey Topher, thanks for having us. This is a buddy of mine. His name is Emanuel Foglietto. He's a Brazilian meteorite collector since 2012, so about 8 years now.
Hello,
we
sir.
were kind of really good buddies online, and we decided to finally meet up after talking to each other almost on a weekly basis for the last 5-6 years, probably. We thought it would be a great, first experience, even if everything else went to hell.
Yeah, that's one thing that the meteorite community has done, is brought people together like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, we just met up with Ward. Actually just got out of his car next to us, and Farmer's at a table at the hotel here, buying up every stone he can that people bring him. He's set up a base station there, and we just arrived yesterday. It seems like we've been here for like 5 days already.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just so busy, every minute something is going on. We're either trying to search, or somebody's calling us to offer a stone, or somebody's stopping beside the car with a stone to sell us.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
It's just taken over the place.
It's taken over. People are actually searching. We have seen dozens of people, I would say.
I hope the internet does not sketch out of us.
Total searching at this point, and we've been here 48 hours.
How many people? You sketched out for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying that in the last 48 hours, we've seen dozens of people, locals, hunting, as well as some of the meteorite collectors from Brazil, from the United States. Farmer Ward was out hunting. He actually stumbled upon us today in the higher mass end of the strewn field today. We're trying to see if we could spot the main mass. We flew the drone, so drone video and HD pictures of the strewn field are coming soon to my Facebook page, Spacerocks. Be posting that as well as on my personal Facebook page.
I'll put a link in the video too.
Yeah, we got some stunning images, including an overhead shot of the house that was hit by the large hammer. It was a 2.8 kilo hammer. We got some of the fragments from the owner of the house, took some nice pictures with him. Fragments not of the meteorite, but of the broken pieces of the roof tiles. So the meteorite actually went to the Museum Nacional do Brasil, so the National Museum of the country. And my understanding, I can't confirm, is that went through the owner of the house, through Farmer Ward, and then to the museum, which is a stone that Farmer's been showing everywhere on all the meteorite pages and his personal page.
Quite beautiful.
It is amazing. It's an amazing nose cone, super oriented, regmaglyptid, fluted. Fusion crust is amazing. It's got marks from hitting the impacted roof tiles, and it actually we climbed up there with a ladder, and we both did. And yeah, sketchy ladder. It felt like we were risking our life. Definitely homemade. And yeah, we saw where it hit. It actually ricocheted off the building next to his house, and then it hit his roof. If that thing would have went straight into his roof, it probably would have went completely through his roof, which it kind of bounced off, so it didn't actually go completely through.
Wow.
And then it rolled off off the side of the building, and then he found it, and he
That's
climbed up, and he
amazing.
found all the broken tiles.
Man. And what's
So
really
we're
great
at,
about that piece is it's a show piece and it's a museum piece now, and it actually helps to restore the burnt down museum that Brazil suffered last year.
yeah, exactly. It's I think Beth Zucoloto and her associates managed to acquire it for the museum from farmer, and that's going to be probably the best piece that comes out of this fall,
Yeah.
unless somebody else finds another main mass part, which is possible at this point. I think we think, based on the estimates. I've gathered coordinates here with Emmanuel. We both acquired about 7 or 8 really specific coordinates with weights of the stones that will be released. Already half of those have been released from Jim Goodall's page, Strunify.
Yep.
And those data points were all verified by us through locals, and we passed them off to Strunify and to Brahman, which is the Brazilian research of meteorite observation. They got the camera set up nationwide, and so they forecasted the strewn field. They project they determined probabilistically where the masses were distributed, basically. And they matched perfect with Jim Goodall's estimates and the coordinates that we gave them and the mass of the stones, pretty much.
That's fantastic.
So I'm gonna get out of here, the vehicle that we're in, show you where we're at. This is home for the meteorite business dealings right now. This is Santa Filomena. Ward is sitting right there next to the gas station, and this is a hotel. We were actually, we are not like telling people exactly where we're staying, so we're staying in multiple different places, just to keep things, not too clear for people here that might be malicious. So we're kind of all over the place. One day we'll stay one place, one day we'll stay another place. We also don't want people to start showing up at our place because it gets dangerous. There's a lot of cash being exchanged here, for these people. And yeah, if we look behind me, that is the small end of the strewn field. Let me see if you can see that.
Wow.
And so
there,
right
they have
your door. All of that area. Yeah, where you got the front window would have witnessed, we would have witnessed the fall from the hotel had we been in this little posada, which is what they call it. It's kind of like maybe a 1 or 2 star hotel, probably 1 star. So it's out in the middle of nowhere, 3-hour drive from the nearest real city and from the airport. Real hard to get money. Everybody wants Brazilian currency, nothing to do with U.S. currency. They don't know what to do with it, really, and it's an inconvenience for them to have to exchange it. They have to go through the exchange rate, which is not great for them right now. So we had to do that part ourselves and bring currency in Brazilian reals. So this is what's going on.
What's the weather like there? The temperature during the day?
It was actually cold this morning when we got up around 6 a.m. We got up. And we both had work meetings because I work a full-time job as a software engineer, and I took vacation from 1 week to the next almost without telling anyone. I took vacation time off, and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing? Well, we need you in these meetings." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll go to the meeting." So I went to a meeting, even though I'm on paid time off, just to be here.
That's some valuable time
thing.
at a hunting.
Yeah, for sure. It's a rough area to hunt. People put in a lot of hours. There's a lot of people hunting, so even though there's rocks popping up, it's really a lot of hard work and rough conditions in terms of the vegetation.
What do you think you're going to focus your efforts on? Are you going to focus on finding more in the strewn field or making connections with locals who will bring them to you first?
So right now, for some reason, the locals are, it is a lot of work, but they're asking really high prices. And they're bidding the people here, which is not many, maybe 3 or 4 people that are buying. they're trying to bid us against each other by asking, well, what will you pay? And then they go disappear. And then they come back with another offer that they say, oh, this person offers this much. So what we're doing now is our strategy is just, this is the offer right now. As soon as you leave, the offer goes away. You come back here, we'll either not buy the stone from you or offer you much less. And, you know, we kind of established prices here, but it's still really high for an ordinary chondrite. And even though I've been here for 48 hours, I've only been able to buy one stone at a reasonable price. So I'll show you right now here. I got it in a little baggie, protected by cotton.
Nice.
Inside a box. I'll take it out right here. Set this phone down for a second. So here is the one little stone I've been able to get so far. 18 grams. Not that I have not seen many other stones. I've probably seen a kilo already, between something like 8 stones. But
that's
the price
fully crusted
range. Oh yeah, this is fully crusted, and this is the only one that I've really seen this gloss.
Yeah, very nice.
Most of them, even though it has not rained and it's very dry, the weather you were asking about, it's not rained at all. It's cold in the mornings and warms up a lot in the afternoon. There haven't been many that are fully crusted with the little shiny crust or silverish crust. So I thought that was a good buy at a reasonable price. And we're trying to keep the price, you know, reasonable for all the buyers here to make money, and also the people that are searching to make money.
There's been a lot of discussion and comparison between this and Chelyabinsk, and how Chelyabinsk had so many a lot smaller pieces. These pieces seem to be like, that's a moderate sized piece, but most I've seen have been between 100 and 200 grams. Is that indicative of what you're seeing there?
Yes, most of them are larger pieces, and I think that's probably, is my guess, it's the vegetation, because there's not really any areas to find small pieces. It has to be a moderately large, medium to large piece to find it here. There's no area except the roads where you could find, you know, 20 gram, 15 gram pieces easily. So we've seen a lot, but they're all asking crazy amounts. We're in the middle of the pandemic. Brazil is like one of the only countries that Americans can come to right now, and you have to get a COVID test when you're here in the town. You have to go through the security and get insurance for COVID when you're here. There's really high rates, just like the US and Brazil. So I figured, you know, it's not much more risk than just being back home.
Yeah,
Maybe even
Arizona's
less risk.
worse. Arizona's worse than Brazil. I see checkpoints and people taking temperatures, and here everyone's walking around licking doorknobs.
Yeah, everybody is required here to wear a mask. I have a mask, and everyone's required to wear a mask everywhere here. And they're required, they have checkpoints where you have to get tested. And the test is a really quick pinprick blood test. It takes 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, comes back. Came back negative today. We did it this morning around 7:30 a.m. We went to the hospital voluntarily ourselves, just so if we got stopped, we already had the paperwork. Otherwise, they won't let you in. They send you either to the hospital, or they make you do the test on the spot, you know, with them.
Well, this gives you, if you're going to go hunting out there for some meteorites, this will give you a good opportunity to wear your assless chaps, because you need some leggings. Yeah, I mean, you gotta wear like Arizona snake pants to get out there. I mean, I've seen some of the bristle you're talking about. It's downright nasty stuff. Needles.
Yep, he's wearing them.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because
I'm wearing tick resistant clothing. I got my pants are sprayed down. Obviously, I got boots going on. He's got boots.
Yeah.
Farmers probably walking around in slippers still.
Yeah. What's interesting and neat about this is we get to see, you know, I had some comments yesterday that, you know, it's sad that we're doing this for a profit, and that people are you know, just worried about money, when realistically that's not what's happening. I mean, we made sure, not we, but the community in general made sure that the main mast, the oriented, beautiful piece, went to the Brazilian Museum to rebuild their collection. We were making sure that labs who are going to do classification work are getting pristine samples, not touch samples, collected under scientific purposes and methods, and those are being sent to the lab. The ones that we're seeing touched and handled, like Roberto yesterday and stuff, those are not lab specimens, and they're not treated the exact same care and procedures as a collector stone. So I had some questions on that, so I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so this is similar to, I would say, Vinales. I don't know if it's going to be as large or as many found, because once we leave here, I don't know if anyone's coming back for a while. But in terms of research, they found really pristine stones. The whole Brazilian academic team is here in this hotel. There's 10 rooms, and it's full of nothing but meteorite hunters and researchers, and people who made the Struenfield estimates, like Andre was part of that, Carlos De Pietro, Jim Goodall. You know, we all work together, us providing coordinates in the field with really accurate weights. So all of that is going to go into a paper, you know, along with the Struenfield map. And I'm sure Andre and Beth have already got a large collection of samples for research purposes and for the museum and the university. So, I mean,
That's perfect.
I
That's
know
awesome.
they were trying to buy it or get donations, and they have, and they have kilos already as well. There's probably something like 10 kilos so far, at least.
Wow.
I wouldn't know exactly how much is going to be found, but that's what it's like so far on the field, in the field, on the ground. That's what we got going.
Well, that's awesome. I really want to thank you for checking in. I know that you're going to have a lot of success, and you're going to bring back a lot of stones, and then with your ongoing connections, because you're really good at networking, I know that you're going to keep the door open to bring more rocks back in. So from everyone here, I want to thank you for joining us and taking time out of your valuable hunt. And Raymond Borges will be selling the actual stones that he's collecting right now in Brazil. He'll be selling them through his company, Spacerocks. So I, again, will leave a link in the description. You can always reach out to me directly. I'll put you in contact with Raymond. I have nothing to gain in this whatsoever. I'm just very excited to be able to bring this new meteorite to collectors with the help of dedicated friends like Roberto Vargas and Raymond Borges, who are helping out in the field collect it. So really appreciate you taking your time to join us live. We'll take one last look at your beautiful face. Everyone on mute. And awesome. Hey, thanks a lot. We really appreciate it. On behalf of Spacerocks and Topher Spin Meteorites, thanks for joining us from Brazil. Really appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks for the opportunity, Topher. Love coordinating with you for these types of things. So over and out from Santa Filomena.
Safe travels, my friend. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.